Hey viewers, welcome back. As you can see, we're back in the truck and I am in uniform, which means I'm driving to work. No big deal there, but I do want to say that in the last couple weeks, because of the erratic recording schedule that I've been keeping, we've missed kind of like a week in between, somewhere in the middle. But it's okay, not much has changed. We have hit some more milestones. We are now 95 pounds down. So current weight is 256. So we're almost to that 100-pound mark, which is awesome. Weight's still coming off pretty easy, but I have been hitting the gym, and not as regular as I should, but when I can. I'd like to get back on a regular routine of going at least 3 to 4 times a week, which we haven't quite done yet, but we're getting there. It's a process. Nothing has changed with the diet yet. We're not at the 6-month mark. I don't even have my 6-month checkup scheduled yet, so that's still in the works. So I'm still living carb-free, and everything in that aspect is going fine. We've had more success on the smoker. I've smoked a pork butt and some, what else did we do? Some pork cheddar bites and some pork pieces that were supposed to be for kebabs, but I just smoked them anyway. So they all turned out really well. Funny story about the pork butt though. It was a half a butt, so it was only 4.8 pounds. And my smoker was being super erratic for temperatures, even though it's supposed to be digitally controlled. It wouldn't stay steady. At one point, I had it cranked up all the way up to 285 degrees, but the smoker itself wasn't even hitting 220. We were supposed to smoke the pork at 225 degrees for, however long it would take for the internal temperature of the meat to get to 165. And no exaggeration, at the 12-hour mark, it still wasn't quite up to, no wait, I take that back. It hit 165 at like the 10-hour mark. Finally hit 165 at about 10 hours, even though it was only 5 pounds, which if you're thinking, like that sounds extreme, it was. So 10 hours in, finally hits 165. At 165, you wrap it in aluminum foil and then smoke it till it hits 195 to 200 degrees internal. Then you take it off, let it rest. Well, I go out, I wrap it up. This is almost, it was almost midnight. The 12-hour mark was or the 10-hour mark was about midnight. Or maybe it was whatever. Either it's midnight. I put the thing on between noon and 1 p.m. thinking it would be done by dinner time. Midnight comes around. It finally hits 165. I wrap it up. This is the night before I have to go to work. So I wrap it up thinking, please, get to temperature really fast. So once I wrap it up, the temperature starts building really fast. Within a couple minutes, we're at like 175. I'm thinking, this is great. It'll be done. I'll go to bed. So I'm sitting watching some TV, waiting for the temperature to come up, and I have the remote thermometer. So I'm sitting there on the couch with my remote thermometer, being able to watch what the grill temp is and what the meat temperature is. And we're gonna have to pause for a second. Around midnight, I wrap up the pork in aluminum foil. Temperature starts going up, gets to about like 175, so I'm keeping a close eye on it. Every 10-15 minutes, I'm checking the external the transmitter thing, receiver, and everything's going well, except for the fact that my smoker is all over the place with temperatures. It gets hot, it gets cold, it gets hot, it gets cold. It's doing everything it's supposed to. The auger's working, it's feeding pellets, everything's supposed to be, working correctly. And I have 3 different thermometers on the grill. One is the built-in regulating thermometer. The other one is a just an old school dial sitting off to the right side of the grill, and then I have the probe that I'm watching on the left side of the grill. So I'm trying to measure the heat over the grill surface in multiple areas to see what's going on with it. And at one point I look down, and it's been like half hour maybe since I wrapped it up, and I noticed that my grill temp is now 140. And I'm like, no, it's never supposed to drop below 150. 150 is the minimum of what the grill is even supposed to go. So I hop up real fast, I run outside, excuse me, my eye itches, and there's no more smoke, there's no more fire. Like, the fire has gone out. And this isn't supposed to happen either. You know, it's supposed to be self-contained. It lights itself. I don't even have to light it. I push a button and it lights itself. So the firebox is not readily available to me at any point in time. It's not like I can just reach in, click a lighter, and relight it. I'd have to move 4 different pieces of equipment to get down to the firebox. And yes, you know, the grill is not as hot as it was, but it's still hot. I don't have the ability to get to it. So I start scrambling. I'm thinking, well, maybe the auger is bridged. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the pellets got stuck like this, and it's just an empty space where the auger's turning. So I start grabbing there's a little release door. I pull the release door. I start scooping all the pellets into a bucket to get down to the auger. Auger's spinning normally, moving pellets. And while I'm doing this, of course, it starts downpouring. Pellets aren't supposed to get wet. So then I'm trying to move the grill from outside the garage to inside the garage just while it's raining, so that I can try to figure out what's going on. And at this point, like I said, it's after midnight. And I'm thinking, you know, what am I supposed to do? I need to go to sleep. I need to work tomorrow, but I need to get this pork done. You know, I don't want to waste more meat. I've already ruined the pork belly, which of course if you've been watching the videos, you saw that. You know, I don't want this to be another fail. So what I do is I'm thinking, well, it's all wrapped up in aluminum foil. I'll run inside. I turn the oven on to 245, thinking, you know, a little extra heat's not going to hurt it. I grab the pork butt, throw it in the oven, shut the door, you know what I mean? And I go back out to the grill trying to figure out what's going on. Get to the point with the grill, I'm like, screw it, I'm done with it. I turned it off, and we'd come back to it. So then I'm sitting there, I go back to the couch, waiting for temperature to go up. I kept the probe in the pork butt, waiting for it to come up to 200 degrees, and like it starts climbing slowly, and then like kind of plateaus at like 175, 180, just stops. Like it's been sitting there. It gets to 2 a.m. Now I wake up, depending on what station I'm going to, because they're all different, you know, lengths from my house. I get up anywhere between 5 and 5:30 in the morning to go to work. So now I'm looking at the clock, it's 2 a.m. and I've got to get up in 3 hours, just, you know, ballpark 3 hours. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm done with it. I walk out and I just turn the oven off and go to bed. I don't move the pork. I just literally hit off on the oven and go to bed. And so then I get up in the morning and I'm trying to get my stuff together for work. And I'm like, let me just check this pork. And I pull it out and it's still warm, which is kind of funny, but it's only been 3.5 hours or so since I turned off the oven. But it's still warm and it starts pulling apart, and the smoke ring on it is tremendous because obviously it's smoked for 12 hours. And all the fat's pretty rendered. It's not like fall apart yet. I mean, it's pull apart, but it's not fall apart. But the flavors were terrific. I am not complaining about that. So between the wife and I, we have eaten a lot of pulled pork in the last couple days. Wife loves it. It was right up her alley. She loves pulled pork, so she's been telling me every time she has it for a meal, like, oh, it's so delicious. And I'm like, I'm glad you like it, even though it was a major pain in the ass. But back to the grill. So was it yesterday or day before yesterday? Either way, I completely dismantled the grill. Turns out that the firebox got completely overrun with pellets, so that it snuffed itself out, is what happened. I cleaned it up, turned it back on, it turned on, it worked, it smoked. I didn't cook anything on it, but I just wanted to make sure it was going to turn on and light and make, whatever. But I also went ahead, I scrubbed all my racks and my little, I want to call it a tray, but it's not a tray. It's, like well, it was a cookie sheet, a cookie cooling sheet that I borrowed and ended up ruining, but whatever. Scrubbed that too. I've been using it for the smoker. Completely vacuumed out the bottom because it was full of ashes from the pellets, so I completely cleaned that out. And here I'll show you a difference between what the firebox is supposed to look like versus what it did look like. And as you can see, the empty firebox is about 4 to 5 inches deep, with fan fins around it so it can get air. And then if we flip over to the other picture, as you can see, it is completely overrun with pellets. And that's 5-inch deep pellets. There's no way that fire's going to stay lit. So that's the biggest story going on right now. But like I said, the moral of the story, we've hit the 95-pound mark. We're almost to 100. I don't know what to do to celebrate 100 pounds. So I'm gonna need some help there. The wife suggested to get a new tattoo, and I'm kind of down with that, but I don't know what I want tattoo-wise. I do want a new tattoo because I haven't had one in I don't even know how many years. I guess it's almost been 4 years since I had my last tattoo. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all for now. I'm almost to work, so I'm gonna let this go for now. Thanks for the participation in my journey. Thanks for checking in, and I hope to talk to you all soon. Real quick, so the large shirt, extra large shirt thing is not a fluke. When I tried on that large shirt from my mother-in-law, I thought, well, maybe it's just mistagged or whatever. A couple days after that, I was at work, and it was in the middle of a severe thunderstorm. We got put out for a call, and the only raincoat I could find in the station was a large. And not only did I get it on, but I got it to zip. And I was like, well, I guess the large shirt thing isn't a fluke. I went to the store the other day because I don't have any jeans anymore that fit. I have work pants and shorts, but I don't have any jeans. Bought a pair of jeans, and the waistline is a 40. I don't remember ever wearing a 40, ever. Of course, in my adult age, we always go back to kids. Of course, I was a kid at one point in time, so I came up through the ranks. But I mean, like, as a full-grown person, I don't remember ever being a 40. And when we started this journey, I was in a pant size 54 size pants, and now I'm down to a 40, and they fit comfortably. So, wow, big changes. 95 pounds makes a big difference. But on that note, I'll see you all very soon, and maybe by next week we'll hit the 100-pound mark. Maybe it'll be a celebratory thing. So talk to you soon. Bye.